Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Thi Thu, and I'm a teacher at Faculty of Foreign Languages, National Economics University. Today, I'm very glad to present my topics named Students' Perception of Using Business Simulation in Business English Class at National Economics University. So this is what I'm going to go through in my presentation. I'm going to start with some background information and the rationale for choosing the topic. So National Economics University is a multidisciplinary, nation-leading training institute. And we have very impressive performance with 90% of National Economics University graduates who got a job after graduation. It is according to a survey in 2018. And we put a lot of emphasis on training foreign languages, and especially English and business English. The Faculty of Foreign Languages has started started launching the Business English program since 2006. And according to the survey in 2018, 100% of our students got a job after graduation. So as we can see that teaching business English in a changing environment nowadays is quite challenging. So we would need to find a way to apply theoretical concepts to the real-world situations, and it should be interactive and experiential for students. So it is quite critical for them to apply the business communication concepts so that they can learn the skills very effectively. At NU, we have been using business simulations in business English classes. However, little is known about how current business English students react to this instructional methodology. Therefore, I would like to investigate how students perceive advantages and disadvantages of using business simulations in business English classes at National Economics University. So next, I'm going to give a very brief literature review on what business simulation is. So business simulation is defined as a sequential decision-making exercise structured around a model of a business operation in which the participants assume the role of managing the simulated operation. In fact, business students can use simulations as part of their learning so that they can acquire very positive effects. And business simulations have a lot of advantages which are confirmed by many scholars. They provide students with the opportunity to explore how they might manage different organizational communication problems. They allow students to make mistakes without having to live with any real-world consequences. And simulations give students a chance to participate very actively in their own learning. According to Wang, 2001, simulations have been used for different subjects as ESL classroom activities through cooperative learning, collaborative learning, and interactive learning as well. In terms of cooperative learning, the students are going to work together on a task in a group activities. In terms of collaborative learning, the students won't take the perspective of others into account, and then they are going to cooperate with each other to finish the task. In terms of interactive learning, they are going to interact a lot with each other so that they can complete the task, especially at the final stage of presenting their conclusive findings to the whole group. So this is how I conducted my research. The purpose of the research was to investigate the perceptions of business English students at National Economics University toward the advantages and disadvantages of business simulations in business English classes at National Economics University. I got responses from 237 students who are in year 3 and year 4 and have finished learning business English classes with the use of business simulations. The responses are collected via a self-administered online survey via Google Docs. So this is an overview of what we are doing with business simulations at National Economics University. So every 3 weeks, we are going to have one business simulation session For each session, there will be different team members. The sessions will last about 1 hour, and the students are required to demonstrate very effective communication skills, apply the core academic concepts and theories learned about business communication. So this is the procedures of what we have been doing with business simulations in the classes. In week number 1, the students are randomly divided into groups of 6 or 7 students, on average about 5 groups per class. The students will volunteer to act as a team leader, and then they will select a team, and then after that they will have to submit a company profile, a portfolio, including information about the mission, vision, values, and objectives of the company, the industry that the company is working in, the customers that they target at, the products that they are offering, and the size of the company. And the students need to get access to the financial performance during the past 10 years as well. And they need to read at least 6 recent industry articles about the chosen company. It is to ensure that the students will deeply understand the company that they are going to work on. And then after that, they are going to be picked to choose to challenge another team as well. So they need to read the company profile of another team at home. In week number 1, they are going to discuss, interact with each other, and set up 2 or 3 communication challenges for the other team. These challenges should be related to negotiation communication, intercultural communication, stakeholder communication, crisis communications, and interpersonal communication. And then in week number 2, the teams will give the challenges to the other team. And then after that, they will have to discuss beforehand at home to overcome the challenges. In week number 3, it's going to be conducted in the class. All the teams will present their company's profile, and then after that, uh, introduce their communication challenges. The second step is the teams will role play how to overcome these challenges. After that, they will self-evaluate their process to reach solutions. At the end of the business simulation session, the teams will evaluate each other's solutions, and then the lecturer will give feedback about the students' communication strengths and improvement opportunities. So here are the findings. I asked the students what they have learned during the business simulation session, and most of them agree that they have been able to improve their skills. And these are the top 5 skills that they can improve after using business simulations in business English classes, namely reaching agreements, improving teamwork, being open to ideas, listening better, and communicating more effectively. And all these 5 T skills are reported by more than 80% of the students. And this is about all the other skills that the student perceive that they can improve after using business simulations for the business classes. The second finding that I would like to focus on is that they assess that business simulation are quite related to the business world, especially helping them to understand the real business world, agreed by about 85% of the respondents. And these business simulation will also help them to prepare for the business world afterwards. This is agreed by 83.5% of the respondents. Besides, there are 2 more things that the students also share about the relation to the business world of business simulations. And only about 8% of the students reported that the business simulations did not change their perception about the real business world. Luckily, that is only a very small number. The next finding is the students' overall assessment of business simulations, and they regard that it is a very positive, challenging, interactive, and innovative learning experience. And the majority of the students agree that it is a really positive learning experience where they can learn more about the real world of business, they can practice and improve their skills, especially business communication skills, which are going to be very useful for them when they enter the job market after graduation. They also highly appreciate that they can interact with each other, they can innovate or think very creatively of how to come up with the ideas, the solutions to overcome the challenges that they face up with in the real business world. And it is also challenging because they say that these challenges are the business challenges are new for them, and they will have to try a lot to read and um, reflect and try to find out the solutions to deal with something that is new for them, and especially in a foreign language. But they really highly appreciate that. So that is the numbers about the students' overall assessment of business simulations. Then I would also like to report the students' perception of challenges that they face up with. And here we can see that most of the students are really concerned about being um, uncertain of what to do next, or they also think that it is quite time consuming when they need to prepare for the business simulations. They need to do a lot of researching, discussion, and reflection so that they can overcome the challenges faced in the real world business simulations. It's also not easy for them to find information about the company that they have chosen, and also sometimes the information is mixed, so they do not know which one is reliable, which one is not. And then after that, they are also very concerned about the assessment or scoring, because this activity only account for 10% of the whole assessment scale in the course. They would like it to account for a higher percentage in the course, because they have made a lot of effort to complete all the tasks that are assigned. So here are some of their suggestions. Um, they want the lecturer to be aware of the concerns that they have related to risk and uncertainty, and then they want to express these concerns and look for solutions so that they would be more comfortable at dealing with uncertainty and risk. The students would want the teachers to give them more detailed assessment afterwards so that they can realize how they have evolved in dealing with the situations. They expect that specific discussion groups will be organized by the teachers so that the doubts that emerge from uncertainty could be shared with the teachers or the rest of the classmates. And they would like to find out a solution to motivate more collaborative work among other team members. They would like the teachers to help them to practice so that they can improve more fluent communication within the teams, or try to give them more practice or guideline of how to develop time management skill, teamwork skills, or decision making skills. And last but not least, but very importantly, they expect that the assessment score of this activity will be higher. Instead of 10% now, maybe it should be about like 40 or 50% of the whole assessment scale of the course. Up to now, I would like to give a very brief conclusion on the findings of my study. Um, Generally, my study has shown that the students are highly satisfied with the use of business simulations in business English classes at National Economics University. It also reveals the challenges that students are facing while they are doing the tasks assigned in this activity. And they have also suggested some solutions so that they will be better at handling these challenges. Of course, my study is not without limitations. The first limitation is that it is only conducted in one single university at National Economics University. I think that in the future, maybe another potential researcher will do this kind of research in another setting of many other different universities and I expect that the findings won't be the same. Um, and the second limitation is that it is self-reported answers from the students. So if possible, I would like to conduct in-depth interviews with the students so that I could listen more about their perceptions, their feelings, their attitudes about the advantages and disadvantages of doing this activity in the class. So thank you for your listening. Ờ, chết tôi rồi, mất thời gian quá.